Hi everyone, this is what up fam. It's been like 7 years, maybe 8 years since the last time I filmed a video. I'm back. Today's video, I'm going to be journaling. I am post-bariatric surgery. So today is September 7th, 2022, about 1 week post-op. My DOS or date of surgery was August 31st. So it's about 1 week. So I had bariatric surgery. If you don't know what that is, that's basically weight loss surgery. My weight has always been up and down. I was a thick kid, like thick. I was always active, sports, cheerleading, track, but I was always boob heavy, butt hip heavy. I like to chalk that up to the diet. Can't blame the parents. I had a meal, you know what I mean? So I've always been heavy. My weight has dropped. Sometimes I've been under 2, sometimes I've been just over 2. My starting weight at the time of the surgery was 241. Now, prior to surgery, you have to do a liquid diet for 2 weeks. And what that does is it kind of shrinks the liver. So it's easier for them to go in and perform the surgery that they need to perform on your stomach. Now, it's a laparoscopic surgery, which means they just do little slits in your stomach and they go in from there. Now, there are a couple of different types of bariatric surgery. There is the lap band, I believe. There is the Roux-en-Y, the duodenal switch. I don't know too much about those. I do know that besides the lap band and the gastric sleeve, which is a surgery that I chose, if most of you don't know, I am a medical worker by day, and I do work part-time in wine and spirits as well. So that was the surgery that I thought was best for me, based on my lifestyle, based on my research. So please do your own research. And based on your medical conditions as well. I do know that the bypass surgery is the one where a lot of people are most mineral deficient because of how the surgery is. Like I said, do your research. I am medical, but I am not a doctor. So I decided to have the surgery. Now, this has been a journey for me for quite a while. Was looking into this for about 10 years. So I moved out of New York, and based on your job, mine was through my insurance. I changed jobs, you change insurances, you have to start all over again. So, for example, I had Blue Cross Blue Shield prior when I was out of state in Delaware, before moving back to New York. So I did the whole workup. I had a trauma or a tragedy. I lost my son, so I did move back to New York with my family. And new hospital, new insurance, new workup, start all over. So there's a lot of things that you may need to get approved for the surgery. Of course, it's based on medical. It's based on your BMI, your weight versus your height, any underlying health conditions. So yeah, some insurances will approve you, some will not, but there's an entire workup. So if you're interested, I would suggest finding a doctor. I chose mine. I'm always the person to look for top docs, health grades. I research my doctor, not just a doctor who does the surgery. I look at the rating of the doctor. I look at accolades of the doctor. I look at how many surgeries were performed, if I'm ever going to have surgery, including plastic surgery. So trying to make this as quick as possible so it should go through. So basically, I was approved based on, I have sleep apnea diagnosed. And what sleep apnea is when you're sleeping, sometimes you breathe in and you stop breathing for periods of time. So I had a sleep study test and I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. Sleep apnea can be contributed to your weight sometimes. There's other reasons. It could be hereditary. My dad, I believe, had it as well. So yeah, so sleep apnea based on my height versus weight. And that's how I got approved from my insurance. Of course, you have to do the medical coding. Prior to the surgery, you have to see a nutritionist. You have to go to a support group for bariatric. It's a couple of visits for the support group. Everything's online, which is really good. Nutrition visits online. I was doing my Zoom online nutrition visits while I was at work at the hospital. So if you're able to Zoom while you're at your job, you can do that. Trying to think of anything else. Most of my visits, because of the pandemic, thank God, were able to be virtual. Of course, the initial visit, you are going into the doctor, you're getting workup, you're getting a full blood panel to get approved. Let me skip over to the easy stuff. So once I got the approval from my insurance company, then you have to get a psychiatric eval. They want to make sure that you're in the right state of mind to actually have this surgery done. So yeah, you have to get a psychiatric evaluation, heart clearance, so cardiac clearance, pulmonary clearance. The pulmonologist has to do with your lungs and your breathing. So after that, I was approved for the surgery. And then you start your diet. So or your prep for the surgery. I don't want to say diet because your life has changed forever. You will never eat the same. Your stomach will never hold the same amount. So this is basically how much my stomach holds now. This is 4 ounces. So it's half a cup. And basically that's what you're eating in increments throughout the day. So I will go on to a haul, what I've been eating, my diet. So I just wanted to let you know, if you have any questions, let me know. They did keep me at the hospital for 2 days. However, you can be released based on how you're doing after a day. They did keep me for 2 days because I was just tired. I worked 2 jobs. I was just tired. I was sleeping. I'm up and about, have no problems moving. You cannot lift anything heavier than 5 to 10 pounds after your surgery. So I was able to just walk out of there. I didn't even get in a wheelchair, thank God. I didn't need pain medication. Maybe the first day they gave me pain medication coming out of anesthesia, but everybody has a different tolerance. I had 2 C-sections, so to me this was cakewalk. Trying to think of anything else. Doctor did put me on a couple of medications. So I am on anti-ulcer medication and I am on blood clot, because you can get blood clots, I guess, from laying down. You're not moving as much. But I've been up and running. I feel like I can go back to work, but of course you can't do too much. So I would say if you have 2 weeks, I would take 2 weeks off, but I would ask your doctor. Each surgeon is different. Each diet is different. There are 3 stages in the diet. So I will come back to you, show you what I've been eating. This is just kind of like an update to let you know what's going on. So I started off at 241, 2-week liquid diet prior, which is 2 shakes and a regular meal at night. And then I dropped down to about 236. Prior to that was right before I had the surgery. Today, 1 week post-op, I am 223. So I'm dropping. So next week I have a follow-up on the 13th, and I'm hoping that my doctor will promote me to like soft foods. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you what I've been eating, all the things that I purchased. If you have any questions thus far, please put them down below. The next video will be to follow, like literally back to back while I'm off. I'm going to try and film as much as I can, because when I get back to work, it'll probably just be 1 drop a week. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.